All right, how about this? I will bet you that by midnight tonight, I can steal the Medal of Valor from your office.
And this won't interfere with you doing your job?
You mean my job as an amazing detective slash genius? No, it will not. I'll do all of my work, guaranteed.
I'm considering it. I'm interested. I agree to participate.
All right. Here's the robot I fell in love with.
You are 5 minutes into your deadline. And here you are, handcuffed to a table in a locked room.
Which is precisely where I planned on being. Captain, let me tell you a little story. You remember when I fell through your ceiling?
Yes, that was 6 hours ago.
It was, I admit, a disastrous failure. But it gave me the idea for Herman, the friendly janitor you met. With Herman, I commenced the perfect crime.
I caught you as Herman.
But you didn't catch Rosa.
Come out of there.
As it turns out, our friend Rosa is great at picking locks.
Does not surprise me.
No, me neither. Of course, I had to find a way to get her out of your office without you seeing her. So I created a diversion, not mistimed, perfectly timed, so she could escape unseen.
What about the pigeons?
Oh, the gray pigeons? They were a red herring, thank you. Their only purpose was to draw you into the copy room while 2 members of my team broke into your locked office. So now, I had a way into your office and an open cabinet. All that was left was for the royal babies to steal your keys.
Yes, but you didn't need the keys. The cabinet was already unlocked. You needed a way into the safe.
And I got it. You were so concerned with getting your keys back, you didn't even notice the sergeant steal your phone. That's right. Even the sergeant's on my side. I then had Charles dust your screen cover for prints. The greasiest smudges revealed the 4 numbers you used the most. The 4 numbers in your passcode. Based on your advanced age, I assume that you use the same passcode for everything. Your phone, your email, and of course, your safe.
That would be a fair assumption.
And as you walked over here, Charles awkwardly stuffed himself through your window and opened your safe. We had the 4 numbers of your code, which meant there were 24 possible combinations for Charles to try. That could take up to 4 minutes, which is why I really dragged out this explanation. I mean, really stretched it. I don't know if you noticed, but there were times where I was like, what am I even talking about? This isn't, oh. But now, 4 minutes is up, which means Boyle is either on the other side of that door holding your medal, or I've lost.
Well, Captain, it seems that Jake isn't the only person you underestimate.
But now it's time for round 2 of our Halloween bet. This year, I believe I'll make things more difficult for myself. Let's say, what? I'll steal the watch right off your wrist.
My watch is right here.
No, I made a switch. That's a fake.
No. This one's a fake.
What? No. What? No. What? No. You were behind all this? You played me.
Like France Blueheim plays the flute.
But how could you possibly have known I was gonna try and steal your watch?
I knew you would try to take something important to me. During the year, I drew your attention to my watch. You're 8 minutes late. You're 14 minutes late. You're 3 minutes early. In Chicago.
You annoyed me into stealing it.
Exactly. Now you had a target, but you needed a plan. Fortunately, it walked through the door, handcuffed to Diaz.
Scumbag pickpocket is Dan McCreary. He can take anything off of anyone.
Anything? Anyone?
The look on your face, priceless. I put McCreary into my employ immediately. Fast forward to this morning. You commenced your plan. McCreary stole my watch and then replaced it with a replica. And while you celebrated, McCreary put my watch back in my pocket. The watch never left my person. Dun, dun, dun.
Today is the most important day in the history of this precinct. For today is Halloween Heist 3, the heistening. Tagline:
This year, we both attempt to steal the same object instead of Jake attempting to steal one from me.
I gave you one direction on the tagline, snappy. But yes, we will be attempting to steal the same item, this.
I don't understand what is happening.
Allow me to explain. Amy and I were ahead of you the whole time.
No, you weren't part of this. Get back over to the loser side, loser.
All right, worth a shot.
Remember when you set off the witch? It made Captain Holt flinch, which was weird since his door was closed, but not weird since he actually heard it over a bug he planted at your desk. It was in an old muffin that you never threw in the trash.
That's why people throw away garbage.
How are we together? Anyway, I tapped into the bug's frequency, so I had ears on Jake. I needed to know what Holt was up to. That's where Hitchcock came in.
I masterminded the entire plan.
You did one small thing and I had to explain it to you like 45 times. He left a tiny crack in the blind so I could read the captain's lips. Sharon and your kids will distract Jake. They'll be here at 9:30 sharp. My waffle xylophone on the cheese man.
What?
My lip reading is not flawless. Now that I knew your plan, it was simple to disrupt. While Scully gracefully moved the witch, I got into character. Holt triggered the witch, which brought Jake into the room.
And I threw the crown in the trash can.
Exactly as I planned.
All hail the crown of destiny. This year's Halloween heist is a three-way tiebreaker to determine the champion of champions. We'll be playing for this, a plaque that reads the ultimate detective/genius.
Sup, losers? I have the real plaque. It was all me. 3 weeks ago, Captain Holt asked me to order a plaque that read, "The Ultimate Detective/Genius." I did it, and I ordered 3 copies and a statue of Tyrese riding a dolphin.
Is that relevant?
To my life, yes. Once I had the plaques, I manipulated Captain Holt into choosing Boyle as his partner. All it took was 6 bottles of dish soap.
See, this is what happens when Jake tries to wash dishes by himself. It's like he's helpless without Boyle.
Yes. He is helpless without Boyle.
And you fell for my trap like a greedy little rat.
Easy.
Yes, it was easy. And the next phase of my plan, a quote-unquote skating accident.
But you knocked out your 2 front teeth.
False teeth, fake blood. I lost my real teeth at Den Sutton's birthday party in 4th grade.
Once I'd faked the skating mishap, I swapped out a dummy plaque for the real one. I came back wearing the perfect disguise to make sure I was never noticed by anyone. Something so drab and uninspiring.
Feels like it's gonna be a dig on me.
I wore Amy's clothes. There it is.
This is your doing, you and your male prostitute.
Bill is not a male prostitute, I don't think.
That suit is not drab. It has a fun salmon lining.
No, Amy, it made me invisible. And now that I had that power, every time one of you stole a plaque, I replaced it with a fake. And no one had any idea until the lights went out, revealing a secret message. Heists are dumb. And now here you all are, locked up behind the glass like a bunch of loser fish.
Gina Linetti is the ultimate human/genius.
Thank you.
This year we compete for the most elegant and regal of all prizes.
A championship cummerbund.
Or belt, as normal people call it. This heist, the belt will not be locked up or hidden away. It will be suspended from the ceiling in plain sight for all to see.
How poetic. It will hang just out of reach like Tantalus's fruit.
What's going on? What's happening?
I can't see. Everybody just grabbed something random.
Back off, Hitchcock.
Silence! It's gone. The cummerbund is gone.
Hello, Jacob.
Ah! Hames, what are you doing here? Why aren't you out looking for the belt?
You and I both know the belt never left the precinct.
I don't know that. Nobody knows that.
I kept thinking, how did anyone swap my key? And then it hit me, they didn't. They swapped the safe. One of the handmaids, I'm assuming fake Charles, took my safe and then, of Amy, deposited a lookalike. What did you give fake Charles so he'd help you?
Nothing. In fact, he gave me something. The power of financial freedom. I invested in a pyramid scheme. It's no time to go into it right now.
Okay. So while we all tried to figure out who had the real key, fake Charles broke into the safe, removed the tracker, and led Terry and the whole squad on a wild goose chase. My only question is, which box is the belt in?
Well, good luck figuring it out because the clock is tick-tick-tocking.
It's that one.
No!
The dust pattern on top doesn't match its neighbors. You see, Jake, I'm always gonna be one step ahead of you. You've lost the ability to surprise me. You're just plain boring.
Again, weird take on our very loving relationship.
And it's midnight, so I guess I'm an amazing human/genius.
You might want to read the inscription on that there belt.
Why? Oh no, what does it say? Amy Santiago, will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
Jake Peralta, I will marry you.
Jake and Amy. To Jake and Amy! Great stuff, great stuff. So, since Peralta altered the cummerbund, no one really won the heist this year. Is that what everyone's thinking? Captain. Right. Sorry, not the time. I'm so happy for you both. Technically, there was no winner.